Morning, guys. Nice and cold down here in Georgia. I think this weekend, this is Thursday, so this weekend we're going to have some ice and some snow, and probably city will shut down for a little while. That's usually what happens. All the schools closed. We're not used to snow and ice down here that often, and when it does, it kind of slows the city down considerably. But anyway, we're here today to I'm going to show you what we're going to be entering in George's at Uwannawatch, his Classy Brassy challenge. So appreciate you doing that, George, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. This project that I'm doing today, which you're going to see, it's going to be building and a cleanup as well. So without further ado, let me get on with it. All right, so here it is. This is my piece of brass. This is used to be a hammer. So I want it to be a hammer again. I don't have a brass hammer, so you see, this was the handle that was in it before. And so I'm going to take this. I think this is called curly maple or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to make a handle out of this. I'm going to turn it on my lathe and get that done, and reshape the brass on here and get it looking nice, and then make us a hammer out of it. So guess I'll get started. First of all, we got to find the center. Okay, so we got the, take my mask off. We got the handle all done up. Let's do a final sanding on it and get it fitted in here. And I like it. I got to do a little more here. That's not very comfortable. So I'll work on that a little bit. But the rest of it I'm proud of. It looks good. Well, one of the first things I want to do is take some of these edges off where it's kind of mushroomed out. Have something a little more smoothly to work with. Thought about doing it on the 1x42, and that would be quicker, but I can't really control it like I want to. So I think maybe I can do a better job this way. Well, we're getting the mushroom down. It's come along. It's a little bit slow. Picked this little sanding block up at Amazon. It came with a whole bunch of different size strips and everything. It's called Dura Gold. It's been the handiest little item, and especially for small work like this. This being octagon shaped, or actually it's got 6 sides. I don't know, octagon, whatever. Anyway, sure does work good for this. Helps keep the sides flat. So I was able to take the 1x42 and knock the rough edges off of it. But I think I'm going to try to finish the rest of it out with sandpaper. Yeah, all the sanding on here is kind of giving it some sharp edges, so take all these sharp edges off. Feels pretty good. You know, you can see all these little dings, and I'm not going to try to get all those out. It's not a new hammer, and it's had a life before this. I mean, I guess, could take all that out, but I just don't really want to. I think I'll take a little bit of a break on here. I've got it kind of shaped the way I want it. I'll come back and polish it later. But now let's do a little sanding on this handle and put some stain and do a little work on that. Feels pretty smooth already. We'll do a 240 on here, 240 grit. See if we can get it down a little bit more. Okay, got it sanded down to 240 grit. I kind of like the way that feels. Feels pretty smooth. So I think I'm going to put on a coat of a stain. I've got one in mind I think I would like, and then I will put on some good linseed oil and kind of see how that looks, and then we'll put her together. This is a little darker stain, a little darker than I wanted, but I think it'll be all right. It's called Jacobin. That's what we're going to be using. So let me get the thing squared away here and we'll get it done. Think of this being darker, will make the brass show up a little bit better. Kind of let that soak in for a minute or two, and then we'll rub it all down. Okay, so now we've got the hammer made. I found a piece of hollow brass, so I made a little wedge in there for that. There's a little wooden wedge in there. I don't know if you can see it, but and it's on there good. It's not loose or anything, so we're in good shape. And I just want to kind of finish the handle off and give this little brass a polish, and I think we'll be done. How do you like that grain? I mean, that's kind of cool looking. I'm going to probably put another coat or 2, maybe 3 of linseed oil on this hammer, on this handle, but I think once I get that done, then I'm going to put a coat of wax on it. But right now, I've got to get this thing buffed up. So let's get to that. I think I'm going to go over it one more time. This time with 600 grit. And see if we can get it just a little bit more smooth. That old brass is shining now. Well, what do you think? Think that'll pass? Unfunctional piece of brass to a functional piece of brass that's all shiny and pretty with a nice new handle. Now, you can't ask for more than that. And now I gotta put some wax on it. A little bit of Johnson's wax. Just want to give that handle the satin look that I want. I didn't want a deep shine on the handle. Did want a little glare. And I think this is going to give me exactly what I want. We'll let that dry for a minute and then we'll buff it out. Well, guys, I guess that's it. Check this little thing out. It's a classy, brassy little hammer. Now, that thing shines like a new dollar. And it really, I did good on the handle. It's perfect fit. And it just feels really nice, and I'm really proud of this. George, I appreciate you getting this challenge up, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have done this. I've been wanting to do this forever, to get this little hammer, you know, where I can use it. And so now it's awesome. So guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun, a lot of fun. And I got one more thing though that I want to show you that I did in a video in the past, but it's brass, but I think it deserves a mention. This is a plumb bob that I cleaned up some time ago. And it's 14 ounce. I mean, there's a lot of brass there. It's pretty heavy. But I just wanted to kind of include that with this, even though it was done some time ago. It's a nice piece of brass and just looks good. The name on this thing is Globe, made in USA. So, but the two of these together look good. Anyway, thanks again. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care now.